Hello everybody, I'm SGM. Welcome back on my journey into the Betweenlands. Today we'll be going over some more of the blood magic stuff. Hopefully getting this bad boy up to tier 3 today and getting a couple of quality of life things going. So let's jump on in. So in my making of blank slates here, just two things to be aware of is now that we're up to a tier 2 altar, when you have your slate cooking on here, you also have the option to be able to put the blank slates on there to get the next tier. So see how there's no particles there, but then it starts up again after a second or two? That means it started the craft to go from the blank slates up to the imbued slates, I want to call them. Reinforced, sorry. So just make sure that if you're crafting and you only want the blank slates, that you're paying attention that you don't end up with the reinforced slates unless you really want them when you're on this tier 2 altar. So the other thing that would be super handy to have would be this divination sigil. This is going to do a couple of things for us. It's going to not only tell us how much blood is in our altar and in our network as well, but it can also tell us the amount of tranquility that we're getting with our incense altar. So to craft that up, we need to get the arcane ashes and do an alchemy array, because all of the sigils are done with this alchemy array mechanic, and it's pretty neat. I actually really like it a lot, and I think I'm missing a piece of blue dust, so we gotta jump out here and grab one of those real quick so that we can get that done. So I've gotten my apprentice blood orb crafted up already. So we need 5,000 LP and a green dentrithist block that I showed you in the last one. It took I think it's half of this altar. I think it took it all the way from full down to where it is about now-ish. I don't remember exactly, but we'll see. So for doing the alchemy arrays, basically you take your arcane ashes, you're going to draw a circle on the ground with them, just basically put them in your hand and right click with them, and then you're going to add a blue dust and a blank slate in this order here. So we just right click the ground, we'll get a circle. Then we right click the blue dust in there. And then right click one of the blank slates and we'll get a little animation. The animations are awesome. That's really well done by the mod author, I think. And now we've got a divination sigil. So we can see in the top right there when we look at our altar that it tells us the level of the altar. So it's a level 2 altar with the 2 eyes there. And we currently have 5,257 out of 10,000 total capacity in our network there. You get multiple uses out of these arcane ashes. I believe it's 10. Don't quote me on that right now. If you want to do your testing, you can do that. And let me know one way or the other. I'm not too concerned about it, but oh, I need my divination sigil there. All right, now that I'm under 5,000, we can see that if I break one of these guys, it'll update. And this will go back to tier 1. Oh, okay, so the limit is the same on it. And in my the life points I have in my pool, if I just aim away from it and right click with the divination sigil, it shows me how much life points I have in my current pool. And that's going to be relevant for using some of these spells that are in blood magic. And I guess we could talk about one of them right away. So if we look at the uses on the arcane ashes and we go over to the alchemy array, we can see that there's a whole bunch of these reagents. You take these reagents and you craft them with other things to get these other sigils. So the one I know about for sure is this sigil of the blood lamp. So if you take 2 blue dust, a sulfur torch, and a wisp, and you'll need one of the bigger gems because you need at least 300 will in it. It only costs you 10 to make this guy, but you'll need to collect up a whole bunch of will before you can get there. But you'll get this blood lamp reagent, and then you use that in the alchemy array with an imbued slate. You'll need a tier 3 altar to get this guy. And you'll get a sigil of the blood lamp, and basically you can create light sources in the world. And it's actually, you can use it like a ranged spell as well, so you can just look in a direction that way, use the spell, and it'll cost, I think, 10 life points, and it will spit out a projectile, and when it hits something, it will create a light source on this block. It doesn't turn this block into it, but it'll create a little entity that will act as a light source there. So if you're into going and lighting up huge areas without getting too close to them, that is going to be an option for you there if you're getting into doing lots of caving down there. I might make it at some point, but not just yet. Obviously we're going to need a much bigger tartaric gem. I think at least this common size, which is what my goal is to get to for now, because I can't get to the one above that. The other one, if you're going to be doing a bunch of these sigils, you're going to want to get one of these holding sigils. This guy here, the sigil of holding. And basically you can store your different sigils inside this one, so you only have to carry around or use up one of your inventory slots to carry a bunch of these different sigils. So if you want to be a fast miner at some points, have the blood lamp one for lighting up your caves, magnetism so you can attract your drops to you. You can get all of those things and put them into your sigil of holding. So that's going to be another handy one to have there. Then of course the book will tell you all about all of those other ones. As we are doing up a bunch of this crafting, because we're going to need a bunch more of these runes to be able to get the next tier of altar. I believe we need 25 more total to get to the next one. But it's going to take a lot of life points to get there, right? Let's see. I don't see where... Okay, there it is. So when we look at the incense altar, we can see it's a tier 0 incense altar, and the bonus it's giving us is 20%. So we can follow this quest line here for, well, this one and this one basically are the two you need to pay attention to. Is if we put down some wooden paths in a certain arrangement around our incense altar, we can increase the amount of tranquility that we get from it, and that will increase the bonus. So we have to, we'll be hurting ourselves a lot less and getting more crafting potential out of our altar. So the way to do that, the recipe for these guys, to get these tiled wooden paths, you just make it with 4 wooden paths, and then the recipe for this one is just 4 planks and one of the orbs. It doesn't matter which tier. You can go from, oh no, you need at least the apprentice tier. So you need the tier 2 orb at least. We figured that out in the previous episode, forgive me. And then you get, you know, basically 1 wooden path for each of the blocks. And with the wooden paths, the maximum size that we can get is a 3x3. And it has to be 1 space away from the altar. But I also believe that we can build it like a pyramid or an inverted pyramid. So each ring of path blocks can be 1 block lower or higher than the previous one, as long as they match the same layout on all 4 sides. So if I do those ones there, then those ones can go there, then the next level can go there. And do similar on, I guess I'm going to have to destroy my stairs for now, but that's okay because we've got the wall climbing thing. We can always do that to get out of here. Oh, I've got that there. That's not increasing our tranquility at all by itself. And then it's going to also interfere over here with this. So I need a bigger area to be able to do this. Or just move my incense altar somewhere else altogether. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how I want to do this exactly. That stair is kind of interfering with it. Not 100% sure. I've only built this the old-fashioned way, and that's built into the ground in the past. This is ridiculous. Okay, did that increase anything there? No, it didn't. All right, I'm going to tear this down and set this up elsewhere or dig this out. And we'll go for, oh, this is in the wrong place anyways. All right, we'll put this on a pause and we'll redo all of this. All right, I'm back from doing an extensive amount of testing, not fully tested just yet, and there's a lot of unknowns still, but we can go over the tranquility stuff here for you now. So as you can see, I've taken this incense altar from 0 up to 837 points, which gets me into a plus 60% bonus. So basically tripled the amount of bonus life that I get from using my tranquil sacrificial dagger now. So I believe just doing the wooden path blocks brought it from 20 to 36. So that was quite a bit of a bonus there just for doing the paths, and this did work in this configuration here. And if we look at this quest here, it will tell us about the tranquil blocks. And we'll just go over it here. So this says magical logs, and I do not know what it means by that. I guess the one thing that I didn't try was the wild wood log. This is one of the only ones I haven't tried. So yeah, it actually improved. We're up to now 937. So at least figured out one of those. Leaves means you have to silk touch the actual leaves off the tree. It does not mean the fallen leaves you find on the ground that we use in the smoker there. So those are not these leaves, but if you use shears on one of those leaves there, that's what it means. Water is the next one. It's the swamp water. The purified water did not work. You can't even place the purified water in the world. Weedwood bushes is straightforward. Dirt and grass, I don't know what this means just yet. So the swamp dirt didn't do anything. Well, I guess that maybe it did so little it didn't change the percent, because I wasn't actually looking at the top number before, so that's 937. Break that one out, and it's still 937, so I'm not, oh yeah, I went down to 929, so it does, so that does work there, this swamp dirt. And just note that this has to be, whenever you're putting these things in, it has to be on the level that the path is on. Right, so I don't think, because this swamp dirt here is not on this level and it's in the outside ring, it shouldn't do anything. This is 929. And give it a couple of seconds. See, yeah, it doesn't change there. These can be placed on the same height as the path, as well as up to 2 blocks above. So yeah, my thinking here was the next one was composted purified dirt and grass. So I've got the purified swamp dirt here. So again, 929. That does not change at all. But if we put this down, we dig it out with our shovel, and we put compost in it. Now we're up to 961. So if you're going to use the purified swamp dirt, you have to put the compost into it. Then likewise, we came along to the white pear, and I had to do 2 different ones to see if the white pears needed to be here, even with the block, or if it could be above, because it should be able to work there, but I don't think either of those affected it. So we're at 961 there. We harvest that guy. It doesn't change. If I break this completely, it went down to 919. So that does work there. So if we just planting those, and we're back to 961. All right. Fungus, I guess, with the yellow spotted mushrooms. I don't know what flowers from roots are, because I did at roots and looking for flowers. There's nothing there. And I do have one of these Perk Esias from before. Paraskaya. I still don't know how to say this one. But you can't place these down anywhere. Not on regular dirt. Not on that. Oh yeah, and for grass I did try to use this swamp tall grass. And that didn't work for grass. Not as far as I can tell. I forgot to check. So 961. Break that off. And does it change? Does it go down? No. So that wasn't a thing. Smoldering peat, that's pretty obvious, and fire, so both of these kind of would be tied into each other, but they would count as different ones, because the only way I know to get an actual burning block is with the smoldering peat, but maybe this means campfire too. That's something else we've got to test, and I'm not sure what life essence. Where we get this life essence from. Maybe we'll find out later in the mod as we're working through blood magic, but for right... Oh, I know what it would be. I think you can fill a bucket that way with the blood from the life points. I don't want to do that just yet, but we'll do some more testing off camera and see what I can come up with there. So the next thing, or the other main thing that we wanted to do is we wanted to try and get our blood altar up to tier 3. So that can eventually at least get me access to get to this common tartaric gem, because we're going to need this imbued slate to get there, and the imbued slate needs to be on a tier 3 altar. Now, to see how to make these higher tier altars, it is recommended to get the Inspectoris Scandalum, and this is just a book that will show you how the blood altar needs to be formed. So what we're going to do is basically you just take a book and you put it down on there, and 1,000 life points later you will get this book. And we're going to go look at this outside where we don't have other blocks conflicting with what we want to look at. Did I use it wrong? Right-clicking the book in the air will cycle which altar tier it should display. So set to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5. So we can't... Oh, is it shift right-click? Sneak right-click. Ah, you have to do the actual altar. Oh, that's going to be awkward. Set to tier 3. Sneak right-click. I thought it should give us a visualization. No. Okay, what I am going to do though is drain out the other 2K out of here, so 2 2 slates, and then I'll break it and take it outside, and then we'll have a look out there on that little triangle that I made, or half pyramid. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so I got it working, figured it out, so. Tier 1, shift right click. The visualization is all you need is the blood altar. We set this to tier 2, shift right click, and it will visualize for us that we need all these to be the rune blocks. Like this, go to tier 3. And it will even give you a little message as to which blocks you're missing if you need that kind of information. And unfortunately, we don't have easy coordinates in here, but if you can figure it out, then congratulations. But if we just look quickly here, the between stone bricks can be replaced with any other block. But we would need, I think those are octane blocks. But we will need, basically from our 8 around there, we need to go out 1 and down 1. Then 5 on each side. The corners do get to be open. Then, oops, falling in water as we run around and look at this. My friendly nettle over there. Oh yeah, overall it will be 1 higher, but these between stone bricks can be any blocks there apparently. You wanted to see what a tier 4 looks like. Again, the pattern repeats. We're going to come down 1 and out 1 more, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 3 blocks on the corner can be blank, and then we have to go back up there, and we'll need those bloodstone bricks for the caps on those ones. I wonder if I definitely have enough octane to be able to. Yeah, that's definitely what those caps are supposed to be. So 4 blocks of octane, and then you'll need 25 runes to make the tier 3. And the tier 4 will need these. It'll be a new craft. We'll see about that a little bit later on. And then let's go to the ultimate. So following the similar pattern, down 1. Oh, it's so hard to see. This looks like 2. Even some special block out here, but it doesn't have to go on the top of this pillar. It just goes there. Interesting. Well, that's what those all look like. And I'd really like to be able to... Oh, I know how I can do this. Yeah, it is 2 blocks for that 5th tier. So it's 1 down and 1, down and 1, down 1 and out 2 for that 5th tier. Glad I got that straightened out for a long ways down the road. But yeah, that's everything I think I wanted to cover in this one. I got to rearrange this room. Obviously, we can't leave it looking like this because they just conflict too much. So I don't know, maybe I'll do an incense area outside. Because I'd like to try this swamp grass for the grass blocks. See if that counts, but we don't have silk touch, so there isn't a way to pick those up right now. Yep, these are all swamp grass. So that's one thing to try for the grass part of it. Although I guess we figured out the swamp dirt works fine. Just wasn't worth a lot of points. And before I was paying too much attention to the actual percent number, the percent increase, and not the raw number increase. All right, enough rambling for this episode. I hope you all enjoy it. I appreciate you for checking it out, and we will see you in the next one.